Welcome back, everyone. Keep going with Heaven Will Be Mine. Had a lot of fun with it yesterday. Seemed like it's going somewhere pretty interesting. Find out. Back into it. How many save slots do we get, I wonder? 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. Okay, so it looks like they give you plenty. Now, wrapped around. Right. Oh, we got, I thought we did all our communicating, but there's more comms. More comms on the... Hey, Mars. Just jumping right into it. You scared? Cool. We cool, Mars? Hey, Pluto. How can you be sure? I don't think Pluto's sure about anything. I think Pluto just kind of does it. Yeah. Mars... I'm gonna say Mars is going through some things, but I don't think as long, like, for the entire game so far, Mars has never not been going through some things. Oh, I think I read through this one last time. It just, the save didn't save that I'd already done it. It's a good refresher. Right. Pluto gives, like, her first genuine compliment of the game. Yeah, the mail. We've read our mail. Logs. Logs. Alignment. Yep, here we are. 25%. Cradle's Graces. So, this is 25%, and we've done 2 missions, then that would suggest to me that we're a quarter of the way through. Alright, well, let's pick one of them. I mean, I guess we're going to be doing both in some order. Dive into the Oxygen Ocean versus Runeterra's counterattack. Let's dive deep and then come up for air. Is she operational? Who, me? Mars. Oh, she's doing the cheek thing. What? Oh no, not underscores. My soul hurts. Did she do some psychic shit? Wait, how do you listen with your heart? Actually, I should probably learn how one listens with one's heart. It seems like a good life skill. Yeah, I've heard it's hard. Aw, Mars is worried. Thanks for worrying. Now shut up. Plan. We're doing it. We are doing all of the it. Sounds fun. Just, you know, kill some fleet. He'll destroy them a little bit. Alright. Sounds like nothing can go wrong, right? Everything is... nothing can go... That's the worst. I can't even pretend like nothing can go wrong. It doesn't mean everything will go wrong. I'm not mad. I'm not owned. Lean on you. Okay, so we get to choose right up front whether we want to betray or be loyal. I'm just sticking with loyal for this playthrough. The balance shifts because Pluto tugs, and Saturn tugs harder. Deep, so deep, crushing and dark, but the string of pearls has organs that see everything. Smoky and cold, she slips down in a stream of evaporation, just shy of being the spark that blows it all up. Whatever's down there, but don't play dumb, because Saturn knows exactly who and what's down there, is playing coy. Yeah. Saturn knows. Saturn can feel it. She feels the cosmos. Breaking... Oh, Mercury. I don't think we've seen Mercury yet. Yeah. I guess we probably see more of Mercury in Saturn's playthrough. Saturn doesn't have to play through... God. Take two. Water. Saturn doesn't have to play by anyone's rules, even and especially the rules of the universe. It's made of a last-minute miracle. It loves it best when it's just waiting on the edge between one possibility and another, tempting fate, not caring where it lands. Pluto doesn't cross the rules. She's the universe itself, a perfect target for Saturn and the wall she crashes against. She's not playing coy, she's looking for someone to crash against her. From the depths, Krun Macula tugs, but playfully. String of Pearls takes the invitation, and yanks back not so playfully at all. Yeah, Pluto's doing the thing again. Let's go. Nah. Krun Macula is the plunge into fascination, a fall omnidirectional into the end of the universe. Krun Macula can drown the ocean or gravity, but String of Pearls is the greatest trick. The String of Pearls cheats distance. She can't ignore it, but she can interpret it differently. So f of x equals an anxious avoidant, infinitely approaching and never reaching asymptote. Or maybe f of x equals can be a curve accelerating rapidly into infinity. Math isn't hard for Saturn, just the results. Mercury would be screaming, if the comms were still on, because this is a big risk, the most dangerous and guaranteed way to get the Celestial Mechanics fleet wrecked if she isn't careful. And even if she is, closing distance is mutual. Pulling Pluto out of the depths of the Oxygen Ocean is not something she's doing for them. If Saturn wants to change the rules, then Pluto will let her. She'll be the one to set the variable. No matter what Saturn sets f of x to, Pluto sets the force. She can go slack if she wants to. Saturn's equation is something like f of x equals the closer you approach, the further I move away. A hard equation to solve. Are you up to it? Well, I'm glad I don't have to do this math. I was never great at math. Probably why I switched majors away from computer science. Along the equations of gravity, Saturn fires hooks. They wouldn't have hit without the equation, but it was the moment of Pluto's curiosity that they bet on. That is enough. The ocean plunges. The ships rock. I grew up on a lot of like that like classic sci-fi literature. Like very that kind of writing, I guess. And it's just like, so, you know, I appreciate that kind of thing. You know, I appreciate those kinds of passages of like weird, you know, science-y, portentous stuff. Like going kind of very, you know, abstract and cosmic with it. Like that's what I'm into. Haha, okay. That is the last thing you want to hear when you're trying to be like all threatening and like trying to come at someone. Sometimes you're like, haha, okay. It's like, I'm going to crush you into a singularity. Haha, and then what? I just came out to have a good time, and honestly, I'm gonna make you feel so attacked right now. Saturn knows what irony is. Condescension. I've never worked hard. Like, aw, you're working so hard. Show yourself, coward. I will never work hard. Haha. Say it to my face, not on comms, fucker, and see what happens. No. Of course, she's actually gonna do it, because she's Pluto. We're solving for X here. We are solving for X, and it's a lot of different numbers, it looks like. So overwhelming. Was I going? Oh, right. I've been reading these. Yeah, I forgot this one. The Krun Macula is more frightening and powerful than Saturn remembered, but she can't be scared now. Well, maybe she can just a little. But this is what she wanted, too. A beautiful solution to her equation. It's hard to know someone if you haven't fought them. That's something she's known for a long time. Pain of wondering if you just aren't good enough to stand next to someone. He'd prefer to know where she stands. For Pluto, who is made to be so overwhelming that in her presence no other option but peace can exist, she doesn't have anything to prove to herself. Win or lose, she's open when others are honest. Between ship selves, all conflict must be honest. It's the only way to make contact. That's the moment she's waiting for, to give life to all the feelings unleashed when she's decided she'd let herself have them. The Celestial Mechanics fleet can't do anything but wait, and think about how this is probably all Saturn's fault. Oh. Yeah. You weirdos. Yeah, what is Saturn's game? We can't all be gravitational beauties. Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. Yeah, people are people, dogs eat dog food, fun things are fun, edible things can be eaten. Tides come from people. Okay, that one's a little less obvious. Keep the pity out of your... Keep the pity out of your voice, as Pluto, like 90% of what Pluto says is like pity, but like I don't know, like fun pity, I guess. Is that a thing? Just like, aw, you tried, pat, like that kind of pity, not like, aw, you suck so much. Good job. Take what you get. I have the worst life. No, I have the worst life. Look, we can both have the worst life. Yeah, there we go. Every girl has it the worst. I feel like that sash on Pluto just says "come at me," because that's kind of every encounter has just been like, oh, that was fun. Let's do this again sometime. Saturn breaking through, coming in, one in. Saturn has dedicated her life to being a fucked up loser. Yeah, at least it's an ethos. Oh, you're so perfect, even your flaws are perfect. Well, if you always win when you lose, then you can never lose. Which means, I don't know. I'm not gonna try to understand Saturn. See, I kind of get Pluto. Saturn, I'm not saying, like, the fucked up loser thing, like, that's not why, but, like, we're different kind of fucked up losers, I guess. Oh. Hello. Like making out with a battery. No, I'm not going to go looking for a battery to make out with to find out. If I had one like you know, not like you know, not like a car battery, like a 9-volt, then like maybe. But yeah. Here we go. Is this great? Being I think that was kind of the plan. It's really incorrigible. The worst for everyone. You win even though your side objectively loses. I just wanted totally the worst. Well, looks like the subtext has become less subtext and more subtext. I don't know, that pun was really good in my head. Anyway, mail. What's the director gotta say? A lot of text. Wow, visual novel having text. Way. Scout program. Trying to get along with other ideologies, because, you know, that never goes wrong. Guess it worked for what it was supposed to work for. Got more for that good old sci-fi philosophy stuff, which is not known to us, is the alien. Defined as that which humans are not. That which is human, that humans are not. Yeah, no, I get it, but, like, not well enough to explain it. Imagine something that humans could not imagine. Shouldn't be able to, and yet, once you have defined what humans can imagine, whatever is left, no matter how unimaginable, has been, was it, delineated, bounded, bribed, explicated. You know what, I clearly don't know what word I'm trying to say. I'm just throwing a bunch of them out there. Once you know what is unknown, then you can make it known. Then culture. Here we go, there's that word, culture, capital C, culture. Solving this puzzle requires us to be part of what humanity does not wish to be. So, yeah, got some real childhood Zen shit going on. Maybe, I don't know. Not till, well, the end. Now we got mail from Mars. You know, usually chat, but now she's going to email. Bye. Yeah, well, roommate heading out. Okay. Mars is ready to actually talk about it this time. I bet we're gonna give her shit for it. Mechanical interference. No, mechanical interface, not interference. Although I guess there's interference also. You press the buttons. Pull the levers. Okay, so it sounds like it's the thing where there's like a cockpit that has like fairly conventional you know, fairly conventional piloting interface, but that's not what you're actually piloting with. It's more of an anchor, more of like something to, you know, focus on, something tangible you can hold while you do the actual piloting in the, you know, weird psychic way. Where you actually, you know, connect mentally. Exact mental instruction. Does exactly what you tell it, which is the most dangerous thing for a machine to do. That's when I was in computer science, my first programming class was in C, and that is essentially that the machine does exactly what you tell it. So if you tell it to do something that's not what you really wanted, and if you tell it to do something that's dangerous and will fuck everything up, it'll do it. It don't care. C don't care. C will let you shoot yourself in the foot when you didn't even know you were holding a gun. Raw instinct. Most people would prefer to move a machine on raw instinct. So yeah, that's different than giving instructions. That's just being like, "Wah." Like, I didn't go like, "Okay, arm, we're gonna flail wildly now." I just flailed wildly. Unless, yes, they're like our mutual ex. Hey, is that what you wanted to know? Alright, let's go give... I don't know for sure that when I click comms, we're gonna go give Mars some grief, but, yeah, we're gonna go give Mars some grief. Haha! Pluto, I think I get Pluto. I think, I find Pluto very relatable. Which, I figured I would. That's why I decided to do a Pluto playthrough. You ever miss Lunaterra? No. Oh yeah, she misses her so much. You are kind and forgiving. I'm not sure if Pluto's kind and forgiving so much as just she sees everyone else as harmless, so she can kind of do whatever she wants. It's like the way that, when a cat bites your finger, it's easy to be kind and forgiving. Because, I mean, it's a cat, you're 10 times as big as it, what's it gonna really do to you? I guess that's kind of the deal with the Crunmacula, it's really big and imposing. Pluto herself kind of is too. But it's basically like, aw, you betrayed us, that's cute, it's fine. Just keep on being adorable. Kick her butt. You two only fight less now. Yeah, I'm guessing we're not going to get a flashback to that, but yeah, I'd like to see. I'd like to see how Mars and Lunaterra used to be. Well, gotta leave something to the fan work, Always smug and a know-it-all and always one step ahead. It's like, yeah, but so are we. It is really, like, kind of weird to me doing that we thing with, like, me and the character I'm playing as. The worst senior pilot. Worst senior pilot, so it's like... No, worst senior pilot. I like how she specifies the worst senior pilot, because Pluto's a junior pilot, right? That's... Shut up. Nope. I guess Pluto's right then. Like, Mars is doing that classic I hate it but I have no counter argument thing. I think dating bad people is good for you. miss it too. Like, nah. Yeah. Hey, oh yeah, you want me to say hi? You want me to say anything else? Like, definitely gonna go see her again. Do you miss fighting the existential threat? Boy, things are really messy now if she's being like, you know, it was nice fighting the existential threat. Cause that's, I kinda get it, it's, that's straightforward. It's just an existential threat. You know where you stand. Like, you know exactly what's going to happen if you do things right. You know what's going to happen if you do things wrong. It's, scary in a different way. It's kind of interesting that they called it, that they're calling it the Cold War, because, like, that is kind of, I think, how people might have felt, like, in, our actual Cold War. Where, like, yeah, it was scary, because, these two nuclear superpowers in opposition, but, you also knew where you stood, There was our guys, and there was their guys, and I guess if you were in the third world, you didn't really, if you were in the third world, it was much more complicated. But, I'm not saying it wasn't messy. The Cold War was pretty messy. But, it was a very well delineated kind of messy. And, like, things now, they're different. But, they're a lot less, I don't know. It's weird. There's, a lot more sides, I think. A lot more weird entanglements. It was so easy, I never had to think about it. We just got to fight forever. Like, yeah, we could still fight for, like, look, if you want to fight forever, we can do that. Till I came along. Prototype. Just came in and ruined it for everyone. Of course, the war was never about the war, 'cause war is never about the war. Politics by other means, as they say. Rift in the earth, because Lunaterra, and there's, like, a rift between people. Okay. Let's go say hi to Lunaterra. Say, oh yeah, Mars misses you so much. I'm not gonna repeat what she said, but it was very clearly that. I like how every time we do these calibrations, Mars is being all professional about, oh, keep it stable, keep the side balance, and then just Pluto just says some shit. She does that so much. Come on, be cool, Mars. Just chill. Also, how many of those shirts does Mars have? I feel like they were probably just giving them away. Like, I feel like Mars went to the pilot college fair, and it's like, hey, Cradle's Graces, you know, come on, hear all about Cradle's Graces, sign up for the Cradle's Graces 2-hour introductory seminar, we'll give you a t-shirt. And like, the recruiter's probably not paying attention. I feel like Mars probably just came back every, every 20 minutes, just like get another shirt. Also, I know that none of this is how any of this works, but I like the idea of like Mars just having a giant stack of identical Cradle's Graces t-shirts. You know, I think I'd buy that shirt, honestly, if they sold it. I don't like being treated like a princess. She does kind of have, like, the Hime cut, like a really messy one, because she's messy, but, he does kind of have the hair for it. Like, you know, just let me care about you. No. Like, come on, Pluto, just let me care. Mars, you're doing it again. No, she totally is. Also, I don't think we've actually gotten to see Dr. Nyx yet. Just like, we just, communicated with her over the console for, machine calibration, but I don't think she's actually showed up on comms. I feel like Pluto just laughs at everyone. I feel like someone should, I feel like that would be, like, an edit someone could make. That classic, like, I came here to laugh at you. I would like to see that. Even if you're not apologizing. That's valuable to have. Someone you can just be stupid with. Yeah. You just figured that out. The good old days. God, Mars is so definitely not mad right now. Pick up and forget. Fight until we forgive each other. Now, let's see if we can get some, probably not closure, let's be honest. Let's see if we can settle some things. I think they're fading in a second track over the first one, the soundtrack. not sure, but it feels like something came in, like a second track came in a way that, like, thinks with the first one kind of weird. Or it could just be, like, completely off and just, like, the drum track and through the percussion track, and this song is just, like, you know, wonky on purpose. Yeah, I think that's probably actually what it is that it's just, like, some kind of, like, slightly stuttery percussion. A choice. Balance shifts because Lunaterra hesitated, and Pluto did too. Pluto passed over the Ares Canyon once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. Lunaterra had a chance to make the first move, but Pluto couldn't keep pretending she didn't notice her lying in wait. Now that's such a thing, just like flying over and over again, and like just seeing Lunaterra sitting there and just like not even bothering to say hi, just like, you know, just like doing flybys, just to, you know, make herself known and kind of mess with her. Like, come on, are you gonna do something? It wasn't that Lunaterra was ready to take the shot. It's that she still hadn't decided to take it or not. Pluto had been waiting for her to grow up for a long time. She's tired of being the one waiting. There's no time for elegant duels or anticlimactic sniping. When Crunmacula crashes into the canyon, it's the worst kind of fight. Let's do it. Now they're kind of both busting each other up here, it looks like. That's I think that seems like a crowded field. Like, who does Pluto know who's not stubborn? Yeah, that's attrition is the worst. Both of those are hard to do. Well, we're gonna have to do one at some point, so, you know, no reason to hurt yourself unnecessarily, right? Got 5 minutes. Stealthiness going. Okay. Well, we get to see the Merecrisium. Well, we sort of get to see it. Kind of busted up. Also, a little pixelated there. Be interested in looking up, like, the original art of some of this stuff later. Really curious, and this would be like after, like, comprehensively playing through, you know, all the routes and stuff, but you know, I wonder if the art assets are just like chilling in the game folder. Ah ha ha, cockroach. hiding out and not dying. And then we go along. I don't know, she seems pretty good at being impossible. Oh wow, she's losing her face candles. Candles, kind of like a chandelier. I don't know, whatever it is, he's losing it. Also, I'm really liking this this effect of like dropping in the little pieces bit by bit to construct a scene. That is very Pluto to worry about what's cute at a time like this. I guess that's just like, that's just how they are with each other. To it. Oh, she really sounds like she really cares in her own you know, messed up, duplicitous way. Tara, you got some stuff to get sorted. Yeah, I really just like, you know, just on a personal level, I really, you know, do not like when people use, oh, I'm being the adult as an excuse. Like, just, you know, just say that, like, this is what I think and what I want, and just, like, you know, just own it. Don't, you know, don't appeal to some sort of, you know, objective, you know, third-person perspective. Like, oh, well, it's the adult thing. It's, I'm being, you know, this is what being responsible is. No, this is what you're doing. This is your choice. yeah, they're on their last legs, they're reactors, and, you know, whatever they're made of. Getting in there. There are things I'm willing to be hard and cruel. Oh, willing to be hard and cruel for now. I thought it was like willing to be hard and cruel for now. Because yeah, just had to reread that line a little. Hi, Glenn. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely like, it really is leaning into that whole like, you know, milieu, that whole like genre. Oh, thanks for stopping by, and like thanks for stopping by the other stream. Streaming to one person is like, it's a big difference between 1 and 0. I think I mentioned this before, but there's like, but I did, I did, yeah, no, it's cool. I did, pay those guys at the book scanning place to scan that, that Shell Bullet novel that Ikuhara wrote. Yeah, I was gonna have to drop it off soon, and then they'll, like, scan it, like, early September. I'm excited to read it when someone fan translates it someday, maybe, because I can't read Japanese. Yeah, we gotta plan that stuff. You know, we could do that somewhere other than Twitch chat. Like, we'll talk. Come on. What do you mean? Oh yeah, Glenn, yeah, talk to my friend from D&D who does, like, Twitch emotes. And yeah, she said it's a really good market if you do bright art. Like, pixel art. I mean, you'd have to do your research for, like, rates. Her big thing was, like, you gotta make sure that, like, you're charging what you're worth, and, like, you kind of gotta figure out, like, how much you can charge to, you know, still, like, get commissions equal to, like, your ability to actually do them. I think she might have raised her rates since then, but she was telling me a story about how, she was like she was charging like $15 an emote, and one of her previous customers came back and was like, hey, I just made partner, I need more emotes, and she was like, okay, you know, $20. And he was like, what, it was 15 before? Because like she had been, you know, doing it for longer, and like she raised her rates, and like the guy got really mad and like went on a rant on his Twitch channel about her, and then like someone clipped it and it kind of went viral because like the guy was also like a teenager, so like he didn't really understand how business worked. But yeah, the guy got basically people like really raked this guy over the coals for not understanding that artists are, you know, allowed to raise their rates and, you know, respond to supply and demand, and they don't have to just like give you the same rate they did before just because you're a returning customer. Like if you go to McDonald's and then, you know, a burger costs more, you can't be like, I want to pay what I paid before. Anyway, the guy ended up like quitting Twitch, which, you know, hopefully, you know, take some time and matures. Also, I've read apparently got like a lot of like extra business from that, from like being the one like being ranted about. We were like, oh, this, you know, people were being really unfair to this person. Let's check her out. Oh, she's actually pretty good. Also, apparently she does like art streams for her commissions, which I think that's probably, I don't want to say it's a common thing because like I don't actually know the market, but that is a thing you can do, is if you do like Twitch emote commissions, you can also stream the process. And she says that her clients, their commissioners, really enjoy like getting to see their emotes being made. So yeah, apparently it is like a really good, you know, way to put your pixel art skills to use. Yeah, if I, you know, keep streaming and like if I ever, you know, make affiliate, Twitch is like the easy one. That's the one they kind of want everyone to go for. Yeah, well, you should you should look into it. It's definitely like something where you want to go to like artists and not like random people like me who aren't, you know, up on it. But like, yeah, get that up and running, and like if I ever, you know, if I keep streaming, like if I make affiliate, which is where you basically have to get like 50 followers, an average of 3 viewers, like affiliates get 1 emote, so like maybe a sub badge also. But like, yeah, if you got your, you know, commissioning up and running, like I'll, you know, kick you some bucks for it, because like if I get there, I'll need it. Also, I was just leaving it on no, and like, yeah, I should see what else she has to say. It's just more no's. Yeah, well, if you know anyone that that streams, you know, I mean anyone else. Anyone who streams and like is big enough to need emotes, because like, you know, they don't just give those out. But yeah, it's worth making like some examples and like, you know, a snazzy, you know, sheet. I'll see if I can find my friend, like after the stream. I'll see if I can find you a, you know, my friend's like commission sheet just as an example. But what if you're right? Anyway, they're having an emotional moment, and we're like talking business. Even Pluto. Ow. He's yeah, they really got some stuff. Like, I'm sorry, I should be saying things. It's just like, it's serious. Like, I'm taking it in. I'm, you know, I'm emotionally invested. She's picking herself back up. That's what's important. Do mine right. Like, you can fuck up your own arms, but like, take care of mine. Better. Aww. Unitera, learn to love yourself. Thank God. You finally don't think you're cool anymore. Yeah, I am, after this I am definitely going to go back and, like, do playthroughs as the other characters, because, like, I want to know more about, like, what their deals are and their, you know, rich internal lives. Yeah, I'm totally, like, I'm totally digging this. I keep saying that, but, like, it's true. Anyway, we got science words. Colonies at Lagrange points. Also, you know, really, one of the many things I appreciate about this game is how, like, it really, it really trusts the audience to, like, have, you know, a deep, or at least, you know, a working knowledge of, like, you know, science, of, like, sci-fi conventions and, you know, basic astrophysics. Like, it's not, you know, they're not gonna explain what the Lagrange points are. They're just, you know, gonna give you credit that, you know, if you've, you know, studied astrophysics or if you've watched a lot of sci-fi, that, you know, you should be familiar with them. And if you're not, you can look it up. And, you know, they do kind of explain a tranquil bowl of stable gravity, which that is what a Lagrange point is. It's, Lagrange points are just, you know, points in, you know, the points in the solar system around, you know, the Earth, where, basically the, you know, the points where the gravity of the Earth, Sun, and Moon all cancel each other out. And, you know, you can stick, well, you know, a satellite or a space colony or whatever there, and, you know, it won't crash into anything or fly away. And, you know, I'm describing it very simply and probably butchering it, but, you know, it's yeah, it's an important thing in, well, if you're gonna, you know, put up a space colony, or, you know, just, like, stick something in space and not want it to go anywhere, which is, you know, which is why you see this term Lagrange point over and over again, because, I mean, it is a real thing. There was a game called, I believe there was a game, it was called Lagrange Point. It was a Famicom RPG, which I believe was fan-translated into English a bit back. Anyway, Lagrange Point, one of the things that's notable about it is that it I'm sorry, I'm trying to read this letter while talking about an old Famicom game. And yeah, I say Famicom because it never came out on the American Nintendo Entertainment System. Anyway, one of the things that was let me look it up on my phone because I'm kind of using both these screens. But anyway, it was one of the most one of the late games in the cycle, like near the end of the console's lifespan, I believe. But it was yeah, it came out actually in the 90s, 1991. And it was, fairly technologically advanced, where in, Famicom game came near the end of the life cycle. And one of the things that's really notable about this is just talking about culture in space. And Earth humans and space humans not being bound by Earth. Got another letter. Anyway, one of the things that that Lagrange point is known for is that it had a chip on it called the VRC7, which greatly augmented the Famicom's audio capabilities. And it was the only game that had that. It had, yeah, it provided 6 channels of frequency modulation synthesis. Oh, this is actually kind of funny. The Japanese version of Tiny Toon Adventures 2 also used the chip, but it used it for like memory management, but didn't take advantage of the sound capabilities. Anyway, the American Nintendo Entertainment System doesn't have the extra pins to, allow cartridges to supply external audio. They only had those expansion chips on the expansion audio, like the VRC7, only worked on the Famicom. There was also the VRC6, which was used in a few games, most notably Castlevania 3, the Japanese version, that added like a few extra sound channels. Yeah, 3 extra channels, 2 square wave, 1 saw wave. Yeah, the VRC7 of Lagrange point had a full 6 channels extra audio. So like if you go to listen to the Lagrange point soundtrack, it doesn't sound like it's coming out of it. It doesn't sound like an NES soundtrack. It's much richer, much more complicated. That's because it's not an NES soundtrack. It's a Famicom with a special expansion chip. Anyway, tangents. Let's check out what Europa has to say. This is like backstory stuff. 1958, the last was 1963. This is where, like, back when they're just starting to fight. Safety, reset, and 3 pillars, vector. Protecting humans from other humans through peace on Earth. Protecting humans from everything else through war in heaven. So, yeah, they're the guys out in space. Trying to keep Earth earthy. That's not a good word for that. Anyway, trying to manage things. Managing Earth from space, defeating the existential threat. Yeah. Sounds like, couldn't really manage Earth from space, because Earth is not space. Couldn't really fight the existential threat because, like it says, intrinsic to humanity. They're always very careful to refer to it as the existential threat, and always refer to it as alien, as the adjective alien, and not the noun. So it's, it's clear that these aren't, little green men. It's, not fighting the AL mouse. And here we go. Up fucking of the shit. Green, wet, very peaceful. With the Kermit the Frog of space colonies. Cold, green, wet, and very unsettling. The Kermit the Frog through 20 layers of JPEG compression, and like 6 different people putting their own meme text on him of space colonies. Huh. So that's where they made, that's where they made all this stuff that the plot runs off of, the reactors and the pilots. Capital C culture. Also, do I need a pop shield for this mic, just like down the line? Am I, are my S's S-ing too hard? Are my plosives plosing too hard? That's something I'll have to. I should go back and like check a VOD and see how I sound. Anyway, they did everything except what they set out to do. Made all this stuff, but oh, sounds good. Thanks. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, sounds like they, yeah, so much for fighting the existential threat. sounds like it wasn't so much that they were doing it wrong, but that the entire concept of fighting the existential threat, the idea that it could be fought, was the real mistake. They fought. Alright, let's plow on ahead. Now, I think now that I'm in the swing of things, like, depending on how much this game is left, like, depending on how much time is left, how long I can go for, which, I'm feeling pretty good. It's like, gonna be a few hours before I need to eat, so I think I might just, like, plow through to the end of the game and, get an ending. This isn't much of a report. Like, we did what we could. We'll be back. Be aware of it. Wait for us. Just chill. Just chill out on Ares. Like, we're gonna do the thing. Also, the developers of this game, because you see the color scheme, the off black purple on red. Apparently the interface looks different for the other two characters, and the color schemes are different. So the I forget who it was on the dev team. It's a pretty small dev team, but person who developed the the interface portions of it, they had to program up a whole like system to reskin the interface based on who you were playing. At this time of year, protect the memories from the Memorial Foundation. Yeah, I appreciate how like they have the very like kind of like very serious like sci-fi writing, but there's also a lot of like fun writing in here. It's not stuffy. Right, 50%. We got. I like how this is like a gravity field. This alignment chart. They have the big circle of Cradle's Graces, and it's deforming. I mean, I assume space-time. Like they really they really take advantage of like the motifs and metaphors that the game that they've established narratively, and it's not. I don't think it's overbearing. It doesn't like beat you over the head with it, but it's definitely like you can if you think of when you think about it and like when you pay attention, you can definitely see like what they're going for and how there's a straightforward this is what's happening. There's the narrative stuff and the technobabble stuff and the interpersonal emotional stuff. It all kind of coheres. It's all It all feels like it's kind of all saying the same thing in a way that, if you pay attention and, you think it through, it really, like, comes together. Anyway, let's do the funnest thing in the world and check our mail. Alright. What's up, Doc? A personal letter. Oh, okay. This is for when they were developing. Well, it says self-ship development. That could mean any self-ship. It's mine. They're talking about Crun Macula. Oh, sounds like Nyx was... Oh, whoops. Clicked it closed. Sounds like Nyx was doing the hardest thing for any academic and asking for someone else to get involved in help. It's even worse because if they ended up publishing a paper together and were equal contributors, Iapetus's name would come first alphabetically. The French philosopher Felix Guattari was once asked for like advice, and in terms of being an academic, and one of the things he said was never collaborate with someone whose name comes before yours, because his collaborator was Gilles Deleuze. I'm butchering the pronunciation, I'm sure. I even butchered the pronunciation of the word pronunciation. But anyway, so, as per academic tradition, when it's a tie, you go alphabetically, so Deleuze's name always came first. Way we go, asking for help for development. I told Europa what you were up to, just as a courtesy. Yeah, it's more like more stuff that happened that presumably we don't get to see. So here in the ship archives is just Nyx. Then for this other one, from the foundational document, it's Metal Culture and Gravitational Research Chair, Dr. Nyx. I guess when you're the chair of something, you really get to amp up your name like that. And go to Metal Culture and Gravitational Research School all those years to be called Nyx. The beauty and cruelty of gravity, a force that binds and overwhelms. Powered, etc. I'm sorry, this is a brain heavy and stuff doing light. I mean, section of the game, but also just game in general. I'm thinking the next thing I play and stream will be probably not a visual novel. Because like I'm definitely like I'm enjoying this, but also I'm seeing the difficulty in playing a game that's mostly words while trying to put together my own words. Just of course. freedom developing in space. Yeah, I can understand why the metaphor of Cradle's Grace is the cradle of humanity. Not just a metaphor, it's also it's also, like when you're in a cradle you can't go anywhere, and you're a dumb baby. So it's thanks, we're leaving. Gonna go to space. I really want to like meet this Dr. Nyx person. She seems like very interesting. Well, we'll see. That sounds like Memorial Foundation's thing is just like trying to solve and control everything. Alright, let's talk, why not? Fair. And again, a lot of things that weren't wars were wars. Yeah, I think for maybe the first time in this game, I'm with Mars on this one. Except for the war is bad thing, like, sometimes you gotta. Because you love it. Oh. Not so sure about this, only lose and try again. It sounds like people are interested in winning in a way that the other side doesn't get to try again. I don't know about that just a noisy argument. I mean, every war was just a noisy argument until it wasn't. Like, every war had a point in it where, you could say, well, that wasn't really a war, but then in retrospect, oh, that was part of the war, just the fighting just hadn't gotten going yet. Yeah, there we go. It's like, this is like a war, we just haven't figured out the killing part yet. Like, just because they aren't designed to kill each other doesn't mean they can't. There's one thing I would never underestimate about humanity. It's our ability to find a way to kill if we want. Haha. That's such a Pluto reaction to Mars just like spilling her guts about oh, I feel complicated, I'm conflicted. Haha. You're right. No. Right. I don't feel complicated. What? I see. Complicated thoughts, but not complicated feelings. Good at things. Being proud of things. Oh yeah, yeah. Painful, hard things. That's just like people. But you don't escape from you don't escape from painful, difficult interpersonal relationships by getting out of your giant, impossible space robot. Uh, there we go. There we go. Like, Mars has been there before. Like, Pluto, you have your entire. It's like, you got, like, yeah, Pluto, you've got the entire rest of your life to accumulate trauma. You don't have to go looking for it. Mars raises some good points. Okay. 4%. Got this next set of missions. Orange colonies, coming stars. That sounds pretty serious. Look at me. Different kind of serious. Like we're gonna be digging some stuff up. Bringing to light some things that were previously unlit. All right, gonna take a second and dive right back in. Right, be right back. I'm realizing that I really need to have more like snack food around. That's just like something even more than getting a real mic stand. I just need to pick up stuff that like I could just throw in and eat, not have to microwave. Like I'm pretty low on that. All right, just needed quick snack, a little water. We're good to go. Wait, let's get looked at. Mars doing the thing again. Also, how does she say that out loud? I mean, I know she is very powerful. Maybe she's doing it with like the psychic weirdness. Maybe that's like she's just emoting it. I don't know. Anyway, it's, let's. I don't know. It's just like the affordances of the medium, right? Not even a little. See about this lens. So it seems like Mars is the only one who like really gets flustered by Pluto, which I read on Pluto is that she just loves that. Right. Pluto's on a mission. Like, Mars, you can sit in the car, but that's it. So I'm like kind of scared about, what's gonna happen to Mars, because, they've got someone they want to protect. Doesn't always go that way. Jerk. Kind of is in the Terra. Unitera is clearly having a rough time of that, which I'll be interested to like see her story. I think I have to decide like who's who I'm gonna play through next. Not gonna stream any of the extra playthroughs, but thinking Lunaterra next, because, like, seems like it'll be probably kind of intense, and then Saturn seems like kind of the fun one. I mean, they're all, having fun, but, like... Covered in ridiculous. Yep. I mean, yep. Laughs at nostalgia disaster. Okay, even if I wasn't going Cradle's Graces this playthrough, like, I'm definitely more interested in the sort of fight you don't need a robot for. It's, not about the robots. It's never about the robots. What's up with this land? The zero pointed at nowhere. Yeah, I kind of am interested who came up with that name. That does seem like a kind of like, hey, remember when we used to call it that? What happened? Also, this background I like. The colors, especially. Got someone, Oh, Glenn, I saw what you sent. That is great. No, that's really... Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, when I get that seems like so though we're like a sub badge. I don't know what the exact pixels on it are, but like, yeah, no, that rules. Like, actually, let me see if I could just like put that very take a second. It's a little annoying that the sound cuts out when I defocus the window, but yeah, let me see, because save it desktop, because I want to put this up because like that's cool. Only be a second, I hope. Still getting a little used to this software. It's I'm using Streamlabs Open Broadcast software. It is, like a special version of Open Broadcast software with Streamlabs integration. It's also called it's also somewhat hilarious how the acronym is SLOBS. Okay, yeah, there it is. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna like stick that right there. 112 by 112. Yeah, I don't know what the numbers are on well, that's something, I'm sure you're, doing your research. But yeah, that is really That's really cool. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense that they'd there'd be like a base resolution and they'd scale it. Yeah, I'll be interested in seeing what that looks like at like the smaller ones. Yeah, I'm gonna put that. I'm just gonna stick that there because I think it's cool. Okay, back to game. Back of the wrecked colony. Yeah, it's I wonder if this is the background, because I saw in the credits extra backgrounds by Erica June, who's like, I've seen her work on Twitter. A lot of it's not safe for work, but like, yeah, I've seen her work. It is definitely like a color scheme, like this sort of like color scheme is like something I could see being, one of her contributions. Emotions, let's have them. Let's get them. Let's get entangled with other human beings. They tell me everything. Yeah, I imagine. Good and bad memories. Fine, that's fair. No. The wise mech pilot bowed her head solemnly and spoke. There is no difference between good men. Yeah, Lunaterra just seems jaded as hell, which, I mean, fits her character, that, fits with her character design too. Like, yeah, the scar and like, oh, why I hadn't actually thought about like the white hair. There's our protagonist, white hair, purple hair, blue hair. But yeah, she's... I definitely remarked on Saturn's full ensemble. But yeah, Lunaterra had something very classy going on. It's I'm actually curious if this game has like gotten cosplay yet. It just came out like a few days ago, but there was like concept art and like out for it already. I saw some of the concept art and like drawings. A few things changed. I believe Pluto used to have a boob window. Now she doesn't. That was actually I think it was a post from the character designer artist being like, oh, it's been a year since I did the initial design on Pluto. Sorry about your boob window. So many sacrifices. There and I'm here. You can't forget the past. You don't forget love and pride. Yeah, you knew I had to do it to him. Although, it's I mean, my instinct, of course, is to just compare everything to Eva, but, like, actually, this game is, like, much more, like, it really goes, you know, from, you know, at least the vibe I get from it is, you know, a little more, like, you know, a little more old school, like, mecha stuff, you know, more... It's, you know, more like Gundam, Macross, Gunbuster type stuff. And, you know, also probably the deeper cuts that I don't really know because, like, I'm pretty, you know, relatively ignorant when it comes to mecha anime, not, you know, not going to pretend otherwise. Yeah, Lunatera clearly sobered by her experiences. A trick of the light. That's you know, given what we've seen and like how the whole, you know, existential threat thing was described, it seems like so much else, you know, it might have been, you know, a trick of the light, not, you know, necessarily just literally, but also, you know, just metaphorically. Like, we thought there was this existential threat, but they were really something else. Yeah, oh, yeah, Glenn. Facebook Messenger, like, ruins everything. Yeah, you should, like, you know, Twitter also ruins everything. Actually, Twitter, if you put stuff on Twitter, if it's a PNG with transparency, it should keep it the same. But yeah, you should, you should email me the actual PNGs. Because, yeah, the one on there now, yeah, that's off of Facebook Messenger. And, like, that's, that does kind of ruin everything. Yeah, I'm actually gonna, like, take it down. I just wanted to put it up there, because, like, it is pretty cool. I really wish it wouldn't, like, cut out the audio when I switched away. And, like, other games don't do that. Like, that's not my setup. That's just, like, how Heaven Will Be Mine is programmed. Or, you know, implemented anyway. It just doesn't do audio when it loses focus. Maybe it's different in full screen. I'm doing windowed for the sake of, capture. I'm curious with the scan lines how many different versions of that effect they might have gone through to get it the way they wanted. Because like, there's a lot of variables you can tweak. There's, you know, the little refresh, you know, rate with the, you know, brightness pulsing up it, and, you know, the width and flicker and, you know, intensity of the scan lines. I don't know if they did, like, a dev diary post-mortem. I should go look for that sometime. Anyway, here's Lunatera being all mature. Like, He's clearly, like, made peace with her inner messiness. Oh, Glenn, yeah, no, thanks for coming by. I'm gonna keep streaming for a while, at least through the end of, like, this, you know, through the end of, like, this day in the game, this story, and like whatever Saturn's is. I might finish the game today. I might finish up tomorrow. I don't know. I'll see how I'm feeling and like how fast I go through it. But like it's feeling like I'll probably keep going for another like maybe up to an hour. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. The icon looks real nice. It's just like, just speaking for myself in real life, that's just a really like fun dynamic to have with someone where like you can push because like they'll push back. Decisions are hard. Decisions are especially hard when like you care about the consequences and have to live with them. If anyone else shut it. Doing the whole like take responsibility thing again. I can kind of like get that like aspect of Lunaterra because that whole like being older and trying to be the responsible one, because like I'm kind of the older one in my friend group, and older, maybe only marginally more mature in some cases. So if it wasn't you and it wasn't you, do we have to do this? I'm sure that's a rhetorical question. What other way could it be? And there we go, the central, well, a central conflict. I don't want to get like too analytical about a game that I've played through half of one time, so I'm certainly forming my opinions as we go, but this is not like a final analysis. Like, I am not trying to declare like I am the Heaven Will Be Mine expert, this is what's going on. But, I enjoy thinking about it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're getting much of anywhere by talking. I mean, it's clearly, like, cathartic and important. But I guess there is something to be said for just, like, a fight where you know the possible outcomes. Opposed to, like, these messy fights. Oh, just, yeah, just a sec. Gotta let someone back into the building. Yeah, trying to stream and, like, exist in the real world. That's two things. That's one more thing than one thing. Yeah, I guess Lunaterra is used to just, like, fights. You close it. Yeah, I mean, that sucks to, like, that very specific feeling of, you know, having your idealism crushed and then having to deal with someone who still has those same ideals. That's like a very specific experience that, yeah, that is a painful one. Okay, just a sec. Yep. Yeah, I have my own people dealing with. Much cleaner than what these two have going on. Just very, very basic, just like, you know, stuff. No, not even, I feel bad even calling it stuff. It wasn't stuff, it was just like, open a door, buzz someone in. There we go. The existential threat, as was, you know, as has been being alluded to. It's, you know, the humans that humans find inhuman. Everyone is stubborn, but you know, it's better to, you know, if you believe something and you want something and, you know, you really like care about something, it's good to be stubborn, I think. Just like old times, huh? Yeah, what does Pluto want for herself? Yeah, the whole, like, I am the universe thing. But, like, universes don't really want things, and people do. uh, Caring about people sucks. I mean, it's great and important, but it sucks, and it's hard. Yeah, they definitely were fighting, it's true. A polite fight, but certainly a fight. Oh. Now we get to find out about Mars. Are we supposed to have this? Look like some private logs. That got him. Borger. No. Now, Mars tried to leave, I guess. Didn't want to let her. Seems like she did anyway, cause not with Memorial Foundation anymore. Hey, and more about Dr. Nix and her radical theories. They're not yet human enough. Maybe in need of complementation, some kind of project. Perfect neurons in a jumbled circuit. Okay, so that's Dr. Nix's whole thing. We're gonna take humanity and take all that, alien stuff that people are afraid of and just incorporate it all together. I want to read her thesis. No, I don't. That's probably like hundreds of pages long because it's a thesis. I want to read a popular science article about her. No, I don't want to read a popular science article about her thesis because those always, misinterpret things and pare it down too much. I'd like to read the book written for a popular audience by her and some other co-author that puts all the equations in endnotes. There we go. We nailed it. I'll read the, like, A Brief History of Time version. Let's talk to Mars. That's an interesting euphemism for get your shit together. Wow. Hey. And now I'm not. Not owned. I'm not owned. Yeah, Pluto, she just says mean things when she wants to be nice and says nice things when she wants to be mean. And she makes it work. Yay. Changing personal growth. That's true. Nobody else in this game apologizes for things. Alright, got Becoming Stars, the other mission in this section of the game. Yeah, I'm gonna go through this. This should take us to 75% with Cradle's Graces, and then that should be good. I'll save the what I presume will be the final chapters for tomorrow's plan. Got that. I really need to get, like, you know, a screen, either a green screen or just like a folding one. Is like to sit in front of. You know, something for the future, something to work on. I'm still getting this all figured. I mean, my microphone stand is still my vacuum cleaner and some packing tape. Like, there are clearly things. Doing this again. Pluto, you can't do everything. Mars, I'm gonna go do everything. I'm just listening to this music. There's some really curious what, because it sounds like it sounds very like DX7, you know, FM synthesis ish, and I mean, probably not actually a DX7, because there's like software versions that are easier to work with and, you know, not overly expensive, but like they work on the same principle. But yeah, it's just very like classically that, which is, you know, aesthetically appropriate. You know, the DX7 was very much the sound of the 80s, and especially a lot of 80s anime. Yeah, it's not doing much of a good job of talking Pluto out of that. The mission, it's the mission. It's not the mission. The dialogue box says eh hey hey hey, but the portrait says oh ho ho ho. Ah, there's something I gotta do. You know, I think she's gonna try to do everything. Battle in physical space for the future. Battle in narrative space for each other. Yeah, I'm glad that, because, you know, I'm kind of already committed to doing the Cradle's Graces choices. But, yeah, I'm glad that those happen to also be the ones that are just more appealing, you know, to me personally from the title. I am glad that this is the playthrough I chose to do first. Also, I really, I appreciate just the, just the little things and how the soundtrack is put together. Like, I mean, I like the soundtrack, but also, you know, just like having the drums kick in. Guitar and like, I mean, that seems like, it seems like it probably took a lot of work to get right, given that, you know, you can switch scenes at any time. Like, you don't have control pretty much at all over the pacing. It's all, you know, depends when people click through. I mean, I would imagine that I mean, at least the way I, you know, think to do it would be to have, you know, the multiple versions of the same song playing in sync, and then just like crossfade it, you know, when it's time to switch. Like, I think that's a pretty standard dynamic music technique. Yeah. Classic Pluto. Saturn's playthrough is gonna be fine. Oh, wow, Saturn, you happen to be where I am, which is everywhere. What a coincidence. Yeah, this sort of came to kill you. Well, maybe not. Are we still gonna do Space War? Oh yeah, totally. I didn't come to see you or anything. Yeah, shooting is just the continuation of banter by other means. If you were thinking about it. Kind of the ultimate example of hiding in plain sight. Is hiding everywhere at once. Yeah. I think if you wanted to shoot, you'd just shoot. Go back into the you know, the how do you imagine something outside imagination by imagining it. Let's all be stupid in space together. Alright, we haven't had one of these text dumps in a while, which, you know, I enjoy them. I enjoy having something to read out loud, because I really don't want to be, like, reading every single word out loud, because, I've been doing these. What's the name for these? There's some, like, official visual novel name for the full screen text mode. I actually want to look that up for my own curiosity, and just to, you know, have it on record. I like knowing stuff. I like imparting knowledge of stuff if I can, even if, you know, other people already know it. Yeah, I know that, like, there's an exact term for this. I'm gonna look it up on my phone, because there's what is this? There's, yeah, NVL mode and ADV mode, novel mode and adventure mode. I think this is ADV mode. I don't know. Like, no one's gonna be, like, yelling at me. Like, no, don't you know? Everyone knows that. Yep, riveting stuff. Taking a break in the middle of the stream to look up some piece of information. I'm not gonna stop doing it, but okay, no, I had it backwards. This is NVL mode. And the other kind with character page, with, like, character dialogue boxes is ADV mode. But anyway, let's read a nice little NVL. On Earth, our souls are weighed down by gravity. At the same time, gravity holds us together, tells us who we are, good things and bad. The Earth's gravity is strong because it's all of us together. Forces that would be insignificant on their own are powerful enough to make a planet when we hold it together. That's why we are much stronger on Earth. Even the weakest human has that sacred light of the soul and its many powers. To forbid direct contact with the soul, to wield the arts and sciences in shaping existence, to be many and also one. In space, our gravity is weak. Without the constant pressure of tidal reactors, our souls would dissolve. The way that water, at high enough altitudes, will evaporate off a pilot's tongue without atmospheric pressure to remind it to be water. Stories bleed into each other easily, and our shapes don't hold steady. The fragility of our ships couldn't survive a moment on Earth. In space, there are things we could never do on Earth. With our heaviness, we could never be so tender. Yeah, let's not lose our souls in space. Be tender in space. Stay away from each other. They can pick up on the subtext. Thing is, it's fun. More fun than hacking. To bleed, corrode, seep into the mist. Saturn can feel every particle, and the celestial physics that make them move. It's a swelling orchestration. Pluto is conducting something beautiful, something overwhelming. In the equations are hints and patterns to how Pluto thinks, where she might be. It's simple to trace back, easier than hacking too. Space is boring, space is empty, space is broken. Space will never give us everything we want. Space is a hope that what we want to make real might already be out there. Just reach out in space and time and we can almost touch it. Space is just a means to an end, but for a moment, Saturn is overwhelmed with how beautiful even the boring, dead, empty space can be. Even just the way that dust moves around. That's when Saturn realizes she is lost. She went in to tear open the story, twist it around, and instead she got so lost and happy in it. She didn't even notice the clouds swirling around her, the cosmic dust covering her, Pluto holding her tenderly. Pulled into the atmosphere of the colony, they orbit gently. Saturn has no reason to fight. It doesn't even feel like she lost. It feels like she won something special. Okay. Hard to let people in. Hard to trust people. I trust you way dumber than you trust me. Quite a line. Probably years from now I'm gonna tell someone that and I'll forget where I got it from and I'll feel like really smart for coming up with it. But I didn't, I got it from this. Anyway, that's getting ahead of myself. Saturn's cockpit opens, naked guts, exposed circuits. Front Macula's thumb presses against Saturn in the distended cockpit, exploring. Oh. This is way better than Mollusks, let me just say. What a brazen move. I think I saw this screen cap in, like, the promotional... I don't want to say promotional material. It might have been the promotional material, but it might have just been, like, promotional tweets, but... yeah. It certainly is. Quite the brazen move. Well, she did tell Saturn to surprise her, and, yeah, there we go. That is a surprise. It's January 30th in 81. Go. Words of Lunaterra herself. No one should die in space. Or at all. No one has to die. Fight against ideas with toys. That doesn't seem like a fair fight. So, here we go. There's a boring, stupid way to kill people in these things. Not so invincible after all. Now Pluto's January 30th, 1981 letter. Making up is hard to do. There's Saturn's. Everyone gets their ladder. Don't name it. See what the it is. In every corner, behind every door, between stars. Right. Existential threat. They keep calling it that. So you don't have to think about what it is. It's just the thing that we don't want to be the thing. The dangerous thing, the other thing. Bunch of idiots get tricked into going there. Well, I like secrets. I like getting, more specifically, I like getting told them. I don't like the part where other people have them and I don't know what they are. But yes, I am ready. Day 7. Well, they did try to make up. They did try. Everyone tried. Everyone did their best. Well. Gravity, well. I don't think that was the appropriate gravity for the situation. Also, I didn't mean to make that pun. Wow. Going home, huh? Back to the graces of the cradle. Oh, to say goodbye. That's the Pluto I know. Okay. Yeah, really warping it there. 75%. Okay. Who's ready for some reading? Huh. Really feeling challenged by this critique. Great on the nature of educational program. Ale. Critical cultural advancement without risk of existential contamination. So-called scapegoat proposal. Oh yeah, the classic. Well, it's nice to see counter-arguments that don't have all those ethics involved. The End of the Future of Culture in Space. You know, some light reading. Okay, I probably don't, you know, reading the thesis would be a bit much, but the thesis defense, that would be a fun one. Ah, the pilot program. Oh yeah, kids love space. Everyone loves space. Just, you know, get some extra kids no one's using. You know, just take them and do some stuff. I didn't have it planned from the start. I've always been very loyal. That's never something you want to hear. In the past tense. Yeah, you did this to yourself, Earth. Their own, making their own future in space. Now, if you want to make your own future, that's the place to make it, right? Right, have a chat. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this isn't the adorable kind of mad, this is the other kind. I meant to type no. Oh yeah, the keys for both and no are right next to each other. What's so great about someone who's stuck up all the time? Well, you hang out with me, right? It was me. Yeah, well, you know, have you met me? You send a nice little invitation. Like, Dear Lunaterra, I baked you a cake. Signed, Mars. Yeah, that's how it is. If, you know, two people and neither of them want to, you know, neither of them want to put in the effort, and like you said, stop being stubborn. Not gonna happen. Well, here we are. The acceleration due to gravity. Corrupting the lunar gravity well. More doing stuff together. Two girls on the moon. Anyway, we have those to look forward to. So, I'm gonna save. And, yeah. really been still enjoying it. Still, still really think highly of this game so far. We'll see if it nails the ending. Hopefully it doesn't, carry the endings over from, hopefully it doesn't take after anime for its endings, because, as much as I love the medium, the hit rate is not great on really sticking the landing. So, we'll finish up tomorrow is the plan. Similar time, start, 1, 2, 3 Pacific, like early afternoon. Alright. Till next time.